covers Fox Sports. I'm curious, as a California kid, did you know much about Rockingham at all? And did it?
Well, Bob, I wasn't born when they raced here.
I know.
The Xfinity car last.
So that's why I'm curious about. Everybody's celebrating this atmosphere here and the kind of the return. I'm curious from somebody who never had really experienced Rockingham, what you thought.
Yeah, it was definitely really cool. I think the only thing that I could compare it to would be like the Bristol night race on an oval track, right? There's other races like the Chili Bowl and Knoxville and stuff that they're just as high, if not higher. But for a racetrack atmosphere, it was one of the coolest. I guess if it's a short track, right? One of the coolest short track events I've ever been to, and just having the fans, pack the stands like we did, that was really cool. So. Yeah, just blessed to be able to win in a place with a lot of history and with a lot of eyeballs on it, obviously. That's always a big deal, too. But no, I obviously, still had respect for it, the racetrack itself, even though I wasn't, born when we raced here.
Dip Williams, Auto Week. Jesse, since you weren't born the last time they raced here, and there really wasn't any sim data since the track is the way it is now, how did you prepare for this race, and did you watch any of the old races from here during your preparation?
I did, but not because I was really looking for anything. I was more so just like looking at pit road, how that looked. I guess, if it was multi-lane, like I just want to get kind of the basics and like what the racetrack looked like. But I didn't really watch any film, which is something that I do a lot of before we came here because it was me so different, and I didn't want to get any preconceived notions. If I did, I'd probably just run the wall all day, like it used to be, which wouldn't have worked out. But I do think the track's gonna age really well. I thought I was able to move around a little bit today, but and kind of look at some bumps and where they were at. But we got a preseason test here, so I didn't really have to focus on like how to make speed here. It was more so just like looking at previous races and what I can do to kind of push the needle a little bit. There wasn't a whole lot of prep going into this one. It was more so just kind of be present in the moment.
Scotty Sprinkle, Race Race Digital. I'm curious, Jesse. Obviously, you said you weren't alive when the last Xfinity race and Cup race was held here. You might be a little biased, but do you hope we can see the Rock return next year and so on and so forth, and maybe some other grassroots tracks?
Yeah, I think we got to change the stage lengths a little bit and not make it a fuel mileage race. But yeah, I hope so because it's going to get better. I mean, I don't know how much people moved around today, but like I found a lot of speed on the top side of the racetrack. We call it the top. It was like the middle, and Larson would say it's the bottom. But I felt like I was running higher than others around me, and I was able to make some passes there, and that's only going to get better as it goes on, and we keep running here. So I really hope so. I mean, it's a cool atmosphere. The fans want it. You got to give them what they want, right? So that was a really special weekend, and just cool to return to a place with like nostalgia and that cool factor. And I mean, they keep doing it until we don't pack the stands, I guess.